Welcome to Power Portraits. I'm Rohith Vishal, your host and the photographer. Today we have a very special guest, Kamhalinie Ithal, the founder and president of White Lotus Co, a company that has made significant strides in the Indian apparel and textile industry. Her leadership has been instrumental in breaking gender barriers in a traditionally male dominated field, showcasing her dedication and the passion for her work. In this Power Portraits episode, we dwell into Kamaline's inspiring journey, exploring how her personal experiences have shaped her professional path and the impact she's making in her industry. Join us as we capture candid moments and insightful conversation with Kamalinie Ithal. Okay, Kamalinie. So tell me more about your childhood, what inspired to get into the fashion, and yeah, more about yourself and your background.
So I would say it was like a normal childhood, but I don't know how it was for my parents because I was dyslexic. So everything seemed to be a bit of a struggle, to studies and reading. But then I think I always put that extra effort, progress in my education. But having said that, I was always creative. The creative juices were always like igniting me to do more in life. And so I worked very hard, of course. And I came around my dyslexic issue. And I think I did pretty well in getting some good marks in my school. So, and at that time, a couple of my friends, they always saw me dressing up differently. So I think I must have been my ninth standard. So we started a small boutique called Impression.
Oh, that's great.
And, like our own way of fashion. And I think it did well. But then I got selected to do a graduation program called Rehabilitation Science for the Handicapped. So I got a science degree. Now, from that, I also went on to become the first lady medical representative in India. I was a part-time medical representative. So everything in my life is not as planned. And from there on, I wanted to go overseas to pursue my study further. So to make that extra cash, I joined this company, which was the first buying house in India. So, but then when I went in there and it was all fashion and, that thing, I really got attracted to this profession. So, from being an assistant, then I went on to become a merchandise manager. Then I was a production assistant. Then I went on to become international quality control manager. And then I ended up being the first youngest director of the company. So then, having seen everything, and I said, okay, this is enough, and I should do something more. So, in between, I also started designing for leading movie stars. And I would like to say that I didn't even have a fashion degree. But then, like it was just a passion that I need to do something. And I think the clothes told a, a lot of stories that I wanted to convey. Then I went to New York and I was closer to the fashion capital of the world, as you know. And then it was a perfect blend for me because I saw the clients and fashion from its close quarters.
Wow.
So, having experienced that, I came back to India and I started my own company, and which is called White Lotus and Company, which is like the mother company. And we have then on we had a second company called White Lily, and then the third company called Lily and Lotus, and the fourth was called Cashies. It was all like like it because my company grew. So, but for me, this is not the end. It's just the beginning because I always want to move on to understand like what I can do better because I think that keeps me going, not to give up and the quest to do more. So
That's awesome. I think you have come a very long way, and what you're doing right now is something incredible. I have a question here. So all your company starts with the name flowers and white. So is it something you're close with? You like flowers?
that's a very good question because, first of all, I think my name has that lotus in it.
Oh, is it? Okay.
But I'm also a part of a spiritual group where it is the lotus blooms and grows in a muddy water. So it's the same way that as a human being and here as a company, a lot of issues. But how do you grow as a person or as a company? It depends on you. So when you have so many challenges around you, I think you become the most finer person. The
That's
best
true.
version of you comes out when you have issues around you, right? So this spirituality and it kind of synced in me. And White Lotus is the purest flower, but it grows in a muddy water, but it comes out clean.
Yeah.
You know, it blossoms out only when there is muddy water. So I think that kind of attracted me to name my company. Yes, comely challenges are going to be there, but you have to win in this troublesome world.
So you said you moved from New York to India. So as an entrepreneur, what do you think are the advantages having a business in India?
Garment industry is like really growing big. And like I said, why I came back to India is to give what I have learned. And that was really motivating me to start my own business. And India is the second largest manufacturer of garments and fashion clothing next to China, right? I really wanted to make a difference here, that I wanted to show that we deliver what we promise. And right now, I think India is the country to be in because there's a lot of grants that government has given, MSME, and women are getting a lot of benefits. They are starting their own manufacturing units, and even the textile industry has become very, very organized. And I think it's the right time to be here because there's a lot of importance that is being given for manufacturing and exports. And I also wanted to debunk the myths that we do not commit ourselves in delivering on time. And that has been my plus, I think. I would say that we really work hard towards meeting our deadlines and delivering the goods at its best.
And as a women entrepreneur, what are the challenges you face on a daily basis?
Like more than a daily basis. Like when I started my business, I would call that the revolutionary period where, as a buying agent, I getting a premises was an issue because being a woman, and the two is factories were reluctant to work with me, and banks were not giving me any OD facilities or loans. And always that question is this a family run business? So is your husband or your father a partner? So that those were like tough times. And even we being a buying house and we bring in a lot of foreign revenue into the country, but we still do not get any OD facility or any other facility from the bank. So, as a woman, you have to really, really work very, very hard. And I think the plus point was that that made me very efficient because even male workers were reluctant to work with under a female. But I think that taboo is still there. That it's a very slow process because women are never seen in any managerial
Position.
position, and that acceptance is there now, but it's still slow. So I think as women, I think we really need to have that strong mindset to never be defeated.
True.
So there are a lot of challenges, but to never give up. I think it's there already in our DNA to
Yeah.
not give up. So that is where it stands right now.
That's great. That's great. Good to know.
What are the advices you give to the younger generation who wanted to take up this business in the future?
So, first of all, I would like to really emphasize that, first take care of yourself, take care of your mental peace and physical health. But that is very, very important because success is not final and failure is not fatal. That is what I believe. And then go after your dreams, chase your dream and don't give up the passion, because the moment you decide that you are passionate about something, go after it, and then surely you'll have the victory on your way. But then giving up is not a solution. So my mentor Daisaku Ikeda always said that when you believe something, and you go after it, you make the impossible possible. So I feel that you have to really take care of yourself first and understand that what you're really passionate about. And then, everything will turn out the way you want it to be. But don't stress, because I always feel that I would have, felt bad for the risks I'm not taken and the chances I'm not taken. I'm very happy with all the risks I have taken. And today, I can sit back and say, yes, I have won.
What is that one piece of advice you would give to the parents if their kids are interested to take up a business in fashion?
See, I think the parents' support is very, very important, because I come from a family with doctors, chartered accountants, and bankers. Professionally, they've achieved something. So when I said I want to start my business, the first reaction was, what? And then, but I feel that my parents really believed in my dreams, and though not financially, morally they supported me. And every step of my way, they were there for me. So the parental support, I feel, is very important, because that would be the driving force for the children. So recently I had a parent coming to my office and said that her 9-year-old son would like to start a fashion business. And then I'm like, is he serious? And he had all the designs ready. And the way she wanted to support her son's dream was like, wow, amazing. And then she made him sit and she made him explain to me. And I just said that, this generation, when the parents are changing. So I think with all the kind of motivation the children are deriving from the social media, and the parenting is very different from what we had experienced. And I think if the children, right now, it is the generation that should make up their mind, because there are so many resources. And with all the support that they are getting, I'm sure, that they're going to make a name for themselves.
So let's talk about mentorship. If you had any mentors, and how important do you think a mentor is for someone in business?
I think it's very important to have mentors, because back in those days, there was nothing called a mentorship program, because we just learned practically from anybody and everyone. I was very fortunate to have had great bosses, both in India and overseas. I was able to learn a lot.
I was able to learn from a factory person, factory assistant, anybody. I was able to learn because I had that open mindset and mm, zero ego. And I think that helped me to grow as a person and really learn the ropes. And I think it's very important that you respect any human being in front of you and start learning from them, right? And that is when you grow as a person and grow professionally as well.
Okay. So for women, how important it is to have a mentor?
I think it's very important for women to have mentors in their lives, because I think we're always raised, especially in India, that we have to grow up, get married, raise a family, and there's a lot of expectations, I think, out of women, and that kind of has a lot of pressure on them, I guess, because I was fortunate to come from a family where all of us were treated equally. But then I see a lot of women who have this issue. But I feel that why mentorship is very, very important is that internally we have to make a change in what we think and what we believe. And if we are able to understand that all of us are equal, right, we can break the glass ceiling. And I would like to give one example. And Indra Nui, she said in an interview, and it really touched me. And she said that when a guy in an organization is giving a pitch and it's not going well, there are other men uh, go back and give them a positive feedback, right? That it's not going well, and you pull up your sock. So he comes back and his presentation is in a different level. But we women, when we pitch, it's just not when we are not doing well, we are not able to give an honest opinion. And why so? Because it's nothing about, I think, about jealousy. It's just about that fear to confront your fear and talk to another person. I think we women come together, right? And are able to work together, are able to give positive feedback. I think really, with all that efficiency we have, the discipline we have, I think we can take this journey, the professionalism, into a different level. I'm very, very proud to have the global presence, because I think I'm representing India in a global sense. So I think in my field of business, there's a lot of competition, and we have vendors from all over the world whenever we have a major client meeting. But I've always been very positive, and my clients always ask, like, are women in your country this way? Because you don't show any animosity and you're always positive. So I proudly say that all women back there in my country are like this. And I think it's because I've become worldly wise uh, because to embrace various culture, adversities, differences. I'm open to everything because of my um, global wisdom and knowledge that I have got from all my um, intense travel all over the world. I keep telling myself that I love myself. And I keep looking at the mirror every day morning and say, I love you and I love you so much, because I feel so, so worthy about myself. And it's so very important that to love yourself and do what you think that makes you very happy. And it's just that, don't worry, be happy. In the moment, everything just goes. And what remains is you just have to live with yourself. It's very important to do what you love and to love oneself. I know I'm not talking like a spiritual guru,
But this is what I feel about myself. I feel I'm the most important person in this whole world.